What's up, guys? So it surprised me really. I had a lot of good comments and things about my last video showing you the plans for the building. I'm just going to show you around the new building and what's been done and what's going on. And it is behind me and it is looking sweet. But let's start outside because we better start somewhere. So out the front here, we've had a bit of concrete done here. We've got some concrete little road going around here. So that's all been done. In front of the silage pits was all done along there. That was a good job. Definitely a really good job. So here we got a channel which is outside the building where the collecting area is. Outside. Over here I'll show you our slurry tank. So this is where all the slurry, like I was saying, was going to run down the channels and into the big tank, and the separator will be sat on top there. I apologise about any wind noise, but I hope it isn't that bad. Yeah, moving on back through the building, we have the first of, I believe, well, this will be the second of the 6, but there's one that's going there, but they couldn't do that one yet because of the access coming in and out of the building. So we're just starting on the second one. So here's the second one. So it's number 1 would be there, 2 coming along over here, which will be 3, and then there's a tank which isn't quite finished yet, hasn't got the post round. Here's a tank which is finished, and there's already a couple there. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and the robots will each have their own tank. So the robot will probably is sat about there and about there, and vice versa over on those. And these tanks are fully slatted. We've also got over here, that's a neat job down there, isn't it? There'll be another slat there which will be for all the collecting yard. We'll go down into that slat and then obviously through the system. Coming along here, they've got slats on, and I can show you roughly where all of the parts of the building are, and I can explain it because it's sort of laid out quite nice and easily at the moment. So we're coming over here. So let's pretend we're in this row to make things easy. So down here you can see there's a slat there, and then from this gap to here, so this bay here, this tiny little bay, this is all where the tractor will drive, and then feeds to about here. There'll be a feed fence, so it'll feed on the floor here, and then here this will be a scrape passage all the way down through, obviously with the slats, and then there's a little gap here, this gap here through the entire building apart from the middle bit there. That will be a single row of cubicles, so from there, like right through that way, that will all be single row of cubicles. Jumping over again, this is another scrape passage, and then jumping over, this is a set of double cubicles, and then it also mirrors back that way. So everything is, like I said, in quarters. Now, questions answered. This is what I was going to do because there's a hell of a lot of questions. Got my phone here on the old YouTube app, and I'm going to just whiz through a couple of them. The main questions were, are we going to be grazing? Yes, we are going to be grazing. Because of our contract that we're on, it stipulates that you have to graze your cows for, I think it's 120 something, I don't know, days a year, but we'll well exceed that. What we're doing is each end of the building, so this end and then that end, will go out in 2 separate groups. So this end will go one way and that end will go that way, so we're going to have 2 separate grazing groups really. People asking if we're zero grazing. No, we're just straight up grazing. They're going to be fed inside as well, just as a buffer feed, but they will be going out during the day, and they, depending on what the weather's like, they may be in at night, but they will definitely be grazing, because we've got grazing gates and everything which is all set up and ready for our system. Now looking through yeah, I've had some really nice comments. It's the old Cotland Farmers, you know, he's been commenting away, and it's really nice to hear from him. A lot of people are, farming's changing a lot, and it definitely is. It's all moving towards more efficiency and easier for everyone, really. Yeah, I'm just gonna whiz down through my things. A lot of people just saying, you know, hope it all goes well. You know, just really nice stuff. The main questions were to do with grazing and whether the cows will be in all year, and they won't be. They will definitely be going out to grass, which is why we placed the building here, because it is literally surrounded by fields. So grazing is made quite easy to us, which would be nice. How long will it take to finish? That is a good question. That is a really good question. I know the guys on the building team are working as hard as they can, and they do a lot of work in a day, so it's going to be done when it's done. I don't think there's no point rushing them, because they're doing an absolutely spot on job, and if you rush them, that's when things will start going wrong. And I'd rather them did it perfectly and ran over a month or two than if we rushed them and then they got it wrong and blah 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 blah. So it's better to be just a bit chilled out and let them get it right the first time. So yeah. Otherwise, yeah, it's mostly grazing questions. Trying to look through. What are we going to do with the old farm? That is going to be, yes, it will be converted into a heifer unit. For all the younger stock. So our parlour will be ripped out and moved. The cubicles will probably stay where they are for heifers to go into. We're going to knock down our calf shed and redesign that, because it's quite old and it's not the best thing in the world, but we get by with it. And with the numbers of cows going up, obviously the calves will be coming through a lot more. So it's, you know, problem is, if you do one thing, you've got to change the whole farm. So we've decided, you know what, it's time to just do it. Get your teeth into it and really go for it. Which is why we're, you know, doing this whole setup, just trying to get it absolutely spot on, and, you know, hopefully in the future it works, you know, seamlessly as it is. I'm just trying to dodge things on the floor here. So yeah, hopefully this clears a few things up. It shows you the building. It's nice and light. On the weekend it was absolutely blazing hot outside, but in the building it stayed nearly quite cool. So, which is a really good sign, really, that the cows are going to be in a real comfortable environment, and hopefully we will, you know, have some happy cows. Otherwise, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you next time. Cheers for watching. See you later.